Good morning there, YouTube Railroad fans. How's everyone doing this morning? I hope you all doing alright. I thought before I turned the trains on this morning and prepare the Lewis and Clark video presentations, as I do every now and then, I wanted to explain some plans that I have planned for the Possumrun and Santa Fe Railroad. The plans are expanding. That's right, expanding. What is prompting me to expand the layout, the railroad, is to try to get a railroad yard placed here on the railroad, because as you can see, there's my railroad yard. Shelves. Kind of a pathetic railroad yard, but so that railroad yard is going to be moved. The shelves are going to be relocated, and where them shelves are sitting, there's going to be a railroad yard right where that's at, and I'm going to show you the track route that the track is going, the switch area is going to start leading to the yard. Right here where the tunnel is, right in here, right here in this area, there's going to be a switch that's going to be put here, and I'm going to build an extension, not a very big extension, I say about 6-7 inches long, to accommodate the track. And this track right here is going to be a passing siding, more or less. So this track is still going to be here. This is going to be a double track railroad crossing once the track is put in place. That railroad crossing signal will be relocated on the other side of the track when it is put in. That railroad crossing signal will remain where it's at. Alright, then right along here, you know, again, the extension, the add-on to the table isn't going to be very too long, just enough to accommodate the track. And then there's going to be about a foot added right along here. That's where the line is going to go. Right through here, and there's going to be a yard track, yard system right in here. I'm going to add a little bit. I'm going to add an extension along through here, of course, to finish the street that's going to be put in, going through here to Fort Baldwin. And pretty much, I hate crawl spaces, but that's probably what's going to happen. I'm either going to do a crawl space or do a lift out. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to have to do a study on how they did the lift outs, because I'd rather have a lift out than have to crawl under the layout. That track right there is still going to remain there. That's still, as I said earlier, that's going to be the basically a passing siding, and it's also going to serve the spurs here. Right here is going to be, let me zoom out a little bit. Right here is going to be a spur track where the engine is going to bring in a box car and reverse it. There's going to be a crossover right there. The track is going to be basically a warehouse track, because I'm going to put a warehouse right here where I extend this part of the town. I'll be moving this building over maybe about a ½ inch or so to clear the way for the track. The light pole here will be moved, relocated probably right there. Railroad crossing there for the warehouse. there's going to be an enclosed warehouse, which means there'll be a door, a large door where a boxcar will be at. The warehouse is going to be the basically for the let's see, the Suds Soda Company, which is located over there in Perigo. Suds makes the soda there, box it up in a boxcar or trailers, and they'll bring them right here. There's another warehouse and a distribution warehouse. Will actually be right here. Suds Soda Company is a big, the biggest industry on the railroad. Okay, and move on right along. There's some engines. So my engine collection and whatever. I'm just getting to, to the point. I got so many railroad cars. I'm gonna need a yard, to store most of my cars. And right here is where the yard lead track will end. My lighting is terrible. Let me turn the light on the camera. Right here. This is where the switch will return to the main line. Okay, where the yard lead will end. The lead track for the yard, as I showed you, will start right there at Kinderhook Curve and end right here. And again, that's the passing siding. So a lot of changes gonna take place on this railroad. So, as promised, I'm going to turn some trains on. It's the Daily Lewis and Clark. Here, I'm going to remove this thing out the table. The girls like their beads. Okay, yeah. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn some trains on and upload this and do the Daily Lewis and Clark and the Del Monte. I'm going to get the trains prepared. There's the cars. Here's the railroad cars I have lined up for the Lewis and Clark. I'll be adding those to the current train. So, alright, let's upload this and get the Lewis and Clark put together. Have a good morning.